taking almost a 2-year break, I recently returned to Splinterlands, and oh my goodness, I was completely blown away by the absolutely phenomenal changes the team had made. They have enhanced the gameplay, they have made it so much more exciting, and I specifically want to talk about how awesome the new player campaign experience is. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's me, the part-time economist, and in today's video I want to talk about the phenomenal new player campaign experience in Splinterlands, why I think this is amazing, why I want to see more things like this. But before I get into talking about how awesome and amazing this is, I want to provide some context so that you know I'm not just hyping this up for no reason, right? Back in sometime around 2019, I don't remember the exact time, but basically pre-pandemic, I was a huge Splinterlands fan. I did the daily challenges, I did the blog posts, right? I was absolutely sold on the idea of Splinterlands, right? Being able to play a game, earn cryptocurrency, earn NFTs, right? That was something that I was sold on the idea. And I enjoyed playing Splinterlands for many years, but sometime around the end of the pandemic, it kind of lost a little bit of its luster for me, right? And there's a number of reasons for this. Perhaps it was the declining price of SPS, maybe it was the general bearish sentiment in the cryptocurrency market, maybe it was the decline in price of the in-game assets, or maybe it was just that the gameplay wasn't that fun and exciting for me anymore. But in any case, I became pretty disillusioned with Splinterlands, and I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm going to take a break. Maybe I'll come back in the future. And anyway, fast forward to a couple months ago, I was sitting in my apartment and I said, you know what? I really miss being a part of the crypto community. I miss blogging about crypto. I miss playing Splinterlands. So I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it another shot. I'm going to try again with Splinterlands, right? So I created a completely new account, and one of the first things that I saw when I logged back in was this new player campaign, and it knocked my socks off, right? It was amazing because I want to show you this little animation, right? And when you look at this animation, what do you feel like, right? For me, I felt like, wow, this is exciting. I am like some aspiring wizard. I'm on this journey to harness the power of magic and summon these elemental creatures, right? Like the world building, creating that stage, making me feel like this isn't just, you know, a cryptocurrency game, but that there is a story, that there's lore behind this, right? All of those things. That is really important to me. So I think the new player campaign does an amazing job of conveying that, right? That this is a story, right? These aren't just trading cards, but you are essentially kind of assuming this character of a summoner, right? And you're summoning these creatures to battle on your behalf, right? So I thought that was really cool. But I want to talk a little bit more about the campaign itself, because in my opinion, this is a fantastic tool for Splinterlands because it is essentially an olive branch that Splinterlands is giving to new and existing players and saying, look, we have this amazing game. It's really cool. It has exciting gameplay. It has this spectacular community. You can earn NFTs. You can earn rewards just for playing this game. And you know what? We are so committed to thinking this game is awesome that we are going to let you try it completely for free. You don't have to give us $10. You don't have to buy anything, right? You can try this game for free. And I think that's so amazing because the impression that I got several years ago with Splinterlands was that it was just, and again, I'm kind of exaggerating here, but it was just, give us money, give us money, give us money, and maybe we'll give you a small little couple things back, right? With this, it really flips that script upside down. It says, no, we have this amazing game. We're going to let you try it for free. You don't want to join? That's fine. You can keep playing this free mode as many times as you want, right? And I think that is really neat. So overall, the tutorial is not just a good ambassador for what Splinterlands is about, but it is really well designed. This isn't something that the team just kind of threw together and, it doesn't work well, right? This is well designed. There are multiple different lessons. Each lesson has a little cut screen where you learn what tactics you're going to be learning in that lesson. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So it's designed well. It conveys the message of Splinterlands. It is a great onboarding tool for new players. So I just wanted to say that if you noticed why I'm so excited talking about everything in this video, I'm mentioning the gameplay. I'm mentioning the experience, right? And I think that is something that, at least for me, was really missing a couple years ago. And I think this new player campaign, yes, it's great for new players, but I think kind of the guided player versus environment experience, where you kind of have a structured path where you are immersed in the world of Splinterlands, I think that is something that you just don't get with the peer versus peer. And moving forward, I would like to see many more of these player versus environment campaigns. I think it would be absolutely fantastic for new and existing players alike. So, also, as I said, everything I've mentioned here that's got me excited, that's got me pumped up, is about the gameplay, right? And I want to reiterate that Splinterlands is a play-to-earn game, and the earning, the monetization, that stuff is important, right? I'm not trying to downplay that. But the thing that got me excited about it was the gameplay. So, one thing I do want to point out is that obviously this isn't a financial advice video, right? I am not saying Splinterlands is a great investment. I am not saying you're going to get rich playing this game. In fact, you know, if you look back at the price history of some of the assets, like I said, a lot of them have declined significantly in price. But if the gameplay is fun, if people enjoy playing the game, maybe that's not as important, right? If you look at other games like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon, right? Or even board games, right? No one goes to the store and buys a deck of cards hoping to flip it and get rich, right? They buy it because it's fun, because it's exciting. And when I think about the long-term future of Splinterlands, right? I think that gameplay is so important, not just for the players, but for the health of the company, right? If we want to get new players into the game, if we want to encourage old players to come back, we've got to give them a reason to do so. And gameplay, having fun, is essential for that. Now, obviously, one thing I didn't talk about was the Frontier mode, which is a newly released feature. Again, super fantastic. Maybe I'll make a different video about that. But at least for today's video, I wanted to close out by once again giving credit where it's due, right? Because when I became disillusioned with Splinterlands, I was very honest. I was very transparent about what I thought was going wrong. And I think it's just as important to let them know that we see the work they're doing, that we appreciate it, and that it is making the game better for all of us. So, as always, I do appreciate you watching the video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope you have a super duper day.